you guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Katie and I want to apologize that this is the first video you're seeing from me. It's not a video I would have ever wanted to make, but I feel like something has to be said at this point, and so that's where we are. This isn't my usual filming space. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to be comfortable. This isn't my usual filming space, but I just felt like it feels weird to film this video, and in fact I've already actually filmed it, didn't like it, sent it to my friend, and she was like, yeah, refilm it. So she was like, but have your notes this time, because I had made notes, but I became so angry while filming the first time that notes went out the window. Hopefully this time will be a bit better. So like I said, I'm not my usual filming space. This is actually my old background. For those of you that have been here since I started my channel, you will recognize this. It's actually a TV hutch in my bedroom, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. I'm going to pull out my notes because I don't want this to turn into the last video. I want to stay on topic. I don't want to get so worked up, and I just want to be able to get this out without forgetting something important or anything like that. So I started my YouTube journey in 2011. Hi everybody, welcome to Bedazzle Beauty. I told you that I would do a video on the MAC video on my skincare routine. You can get it for about $3 or $4 at your local Walmart. I used it today on my face as my foundation. That was when I discovered that YouTube was for other things other than like how to tie a tie. And back then when I googled how to tie a tie, I was tying my brother's tie for my sister's high school graduation. I never thought like if someone put a video up on how to tie a tie that they would have other videos up about other subjects as well. But in 2011 I stumbled across a YouTube video from Tanya Burr, and if you've been on this channel you've heard this story 1,000 times. She did a makeup tutorial for Serena van der Woodsen, who was a character in Gossip Girl played by Blake Lively. And I was like, oh my gosh, this tutorial is so good. And at the time I was working as a makeup artist. I had just moved to Hawaii full time. This is where my husband is from, and this is where his like family. And so when we moved here, the only people I knew was my husband's family and friends, and that was it. And so I saw YouTube as like this way of being able to connect with people, because when I would comment on Tanya Burr's video, I would get replies from so many other people, not just Tanya Burr. And it was like this like friendship that was developing, and I absolutely loved it. I'm getting a tiny bit emotional, and this will probably happen on and off throughout the video, and I apologize for that. But I just loved the old school YouTube so much. I had asked Tanya Burr, she had done a makeup tutorial using a product that was new from a new brand, and I had asked, I was like, oh, how do you like the product? Can you do a review on it? And she never did. And I don't take that as like a slight, you know, I don't care that she didn't do it. But after like a month or two, I was like, well, she's not going to do it. I can't be the only one that wants to know about this product. I will buy it, use it, and then do a review on it. And that's how my channel got started. I feel like back then it was such a special place because there wasn't any drama channels. There was no such thing as somebody being canceled. OG YouTube was literally a collective of people coming together because they shared a passion about something. And so you had like the comedy people, they were doing comedy skits. You had like the makeup people doing makeup videos. You had the people that were the early OGs of vlogging. You had the Shaytards, the Saccone Jolies, It's Judy Life. But it just, there wasn't like the hate and the harassment and the drama that just absolutely engulfs this site now. It wasn't like that back then. I wish all of you like got a chance to experience that, because it was a really, really magical, amazing place. Like 2011 to I'd say 2013, YouTube was absolutely golden. when I first started my channel, I didn't even know you could make money at it. I didn't know anybody was making money at it. I actually thought that we were all just uploading videos because we enjoyed it and it was a way like of connecting. And I know that sounds so naive, but I genuinely, like, I didn't know it was a thing. And it wasn't until I actually got an email from YouTube saying, hey, you can enter our partner program, that I was like, wait, what? What's a partner program? So yeah, I want to make it clear, I did not get into this for the money. That was never a thing for me. That's never been a driving force for this channel, is like, oh, I want to get famous and make money. That's never what it was about. It was genuinely about connecting with people over a shared passion. At the same time that I started this YouTube channel, I had an eBay store, and my eBay store was insanely successful. I literally could not keep up with the orders. And what I would do is I would wholesale buy a large amount of makeup. So like, perfect example is MAC. I used to buy everything MAC that I could because it was such a good seller. But for talking purposes, MAC would be discontinuing a shade of eyeshadow, or they would over order how much of a product that they needed, and then they would have too much in storage, and so they would sell it to a wholesaler who I would buy it from them. And when I say I was buying a bunch of it, I had like at one point at least over 30,000 different products in my store. And I would say, like, on average, a MAC lipstick, I would have like 1,500. I would buy 1,500 of them, and then I would buy like 3,200 Elizabeth Ardens. You know what I mean? Like, I got really big, and I'm not saying this to gloat. I'm saying this so you can understand where I was at when I first started this channel. And one of the things I used to do, something a lot of eBayers weren't doing back in the day, is I would sell internationally. A lot of eBayers weren't doing that back in the day because of the fact that shipping costs more and you had to fill out a customs form and all of that. But I realized that people actually wanted to be able to buy their makeup from the US because of the fact that European countries had VAT, and their VAT significantly added to the cost of a product. So for example, I actually wrote this down because I've always used this as an example back in the day when I was telling people, like, they'd be like, what do you do? One MAC eyeshadow, I could sell a MAC eyeshadow on eBay for $15, and somebody in the UK would buy it from me. It would cost them $7 additional for shipping. But when you factor in the fact that that same eyeshadow that they were trying to buy was 17 pounds in the UK, which is $22. And then, so that's the shipping and the actual eyeshadow covered. But with me, back in the day, the post office was flat rate on anything that was smaller than 1 pound. And so I don't know how that happened, but it did. And so people would buy like $300 worth of makeup, and I would be able to send it to them, and they wouldn't pay that. They would only have to pay $7 shipping, because for some reason the post office hadn't figured out that people were like shipping products over there or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was $7 flat rate. And yeah, so people would buy that from me. Because of the fact that I shipped internationally, I got a lot of orders from Egypt and Saudi Arabia and Dubai. And I would say Egypt was my #1 selling country, even including the United States. Like, Egypt, people were buying it like left, right, and center. And inside each package that I sent out, I would always include a couple of makeup samples, and then I would also include a card that was like, thank you so much for your purchase. And when you flipped it over, it had like my social media, including my YouTube. And that's how, like, I started growing really quickly on YouTube. Now, to be fair to YouTube, back then there was no such thing as an algorithm. If you uploaded a video, it could easily have a couple hundred views in just like 2 hours, even though you only had a few subscribers. And that's because there was no algorithm pushing anything or suppressing anything. It was literally just like, this is what just recently got uploaded, and it's just like this list. and it was amazing. It was freaking fantastic. There also used to be a message center in YouTube. They got rid of this a long time ago, but you could actually basically just email via this. It's like DMing basically. You could DM anybody. You could DM any person's channel that you were watching and they would get the message. You would go into the message center and it's like having an email within the YouTube channel. And one of the things people used to use that for a lot was video requests, where they would be like, hey, can you do a video about this? Hey, I saw a product, here's the link, can you do this video? And I used to love doing video requests. I used to think it was so much fun. I loved it. Because I felt like it was like me connecting with my subscribers and my viewers, and so I thought it was a great tool. They ended up taking away because it was being spammed and misused, but that's besides the point. So I got a request in 2014 to do a video, or 2013, I can't remember, to do a video on how to shave. And it was from this girl. She was like 15 or 16 years old, and she was from Egypt. And it just so happens that my neighbor is from Egypt, and so I went to her and I was like, you know, should I do this video? Like, it's kind of a weird request. And she had said to me, she was like, you know, for myself, shaving is not normal. It's not something we were ever taught growing up in Egypt. It's not something that's ever spoken about. And she was saying like her mother never actually spoke to her about her period or shaving or anything to do with that. And so she was saying that's probably why this girl is asking you, because she doesn't have anybody else. So I thought like, okay, I'll make this video then. But we're just gonna jump in and we're gonna start off by thoroughly saturating the skin. You really don't want to do this on dry skin because it can cause some major razor burn later on, and that's a really uncomfortable spot to have razor burn since you have. So I made the video, and when I uploaded it, at the time I had like 3,000 subscribers. I was really happy with that, and the video got, you know, like 1,000 or so views, and I was happy with that and never thought about it again. And then in 2016, I noticed that I started getting some really strange comments on my channel. And I noticed that one video in particular was really getting like the bulk of these comments, and it was the shaving video. So I went on there and I'm like, where are these people coming from? How did they find this video? I checked the tags. There was nothing in the tags that could be like deemed sexualized or anything like that, or that would really lead anybody to the video, because back when I uploaded it, that's not something we were really doing, tags. So I contacted YouTube, because at the time YouTube had a program where each person that like had X amount of like, I'm not sure what they call it, but it's like historical, like basically you've been on the channel for a long time, you've been a part of the partner program for a long time, and you have X amount of subscribers. You had a direct contact at YouTube. They don't have that anymore. I think it's a huge mistake. The fact that they're getting like millions of tweets every day from people rather than being able to have a contact center, I think was a really bad move to switch that up. But basically my guy, his name was Roger, and I contacted him and I was like, hey, you know, there's something going on with this video. I can't figure out what's going on, but these comments are like super inappropriate. They're like highly sexualized. I don't feel comfortable with what's happening with this video. And he said, you know, let me take a look at what's going on and I'll get back to you. I got a call back, like I would say it was 4 or 5 days later. By the way, I just want to say this guy was really nice. I enjoyed having him as my like partner, manager, friend, contact. He was always really, really helpful. I spoke with him once a month back then, and he was just like insanely nice. He called me back and he was like, oh, it looks like this video got picked up by another channel and placed in one of their playlists. And I was like, oh, well, can you just take it out of the playlist? And he was like, no, we can't do that. Which I was like, I mean, it's my video. I don't understand why. And also, it just shows how naive I was, because I didn't actually know that you could pull other people's videos and put them into your own playlist on your channel for like as if they were your own videos. I didn't know that. I didn't know people did that. I didn't know it was a thing. Apparently it was. So anyways, I also had a manager at the time, and I reached out to him and I was like, you know, what should I do about this video? I feel like I should just delete it because these comments are just ridiculous. And he was like, no, don't delete it. Put the comments on held for review, and don't delete it because it's providing a lot of engagement for your channel. Now, at the time that I actually reached out and was saying like, I don't feel comfortable about what's happening, that video only had like, I think it was at like 60,000 views. Today, that video is at almost 30 million views. And there's a lot of YouTubers that would be like, 30 million views on one video, this is amazing, what are you complaining about? Here's where that goes wrong for me. 30 million views on one video is fantastic, and it also drove a lot of subscriber traffic to my channel, people subscribing because of that video. But what happens is when I upload a video like a day in the life vlog, or I upload a video where a My Meals Monday, or a sit down makeup tutorial, they don't watch that video. And so nowadays YouTube does have an algorithm, and they're saying, you know what, this girl has almost 60,000 subscribers and they're not watching her videos, so we're gonna stop recommending her to other people in the recommended feed, and we're gonna stop pushing her videos to subscription boxes for subscribers that have become not interested in her channel anymore. And so on average, when I upload a video now, it averages 80 to 100 views, and it's because of the fact that my engagement is so screwed up on this channel. But that's not what I'm complaining about. So after 4 years of putting up with comments being left, not just on that video, but on other videos across my channel, I've spent the last 4 years blocking words, simple words like the word house. Like, I shouldn't have to block the word house, but I do because of the context it's being used in. And it reached a point almost 3 years ago where it became real life stalking and harassment. There's always in a group of people somebody that has to take it too far, and there were a few people that took it too far. They decided to quote unquote investigate my life, which I don't really understand to this day, and it's like the biggest breach of privacy and just like sickening feeling I've ever had in my life. Going through everything that these people have put me through has been so honestly degrading. There's like no other word to describe it. They have messaged my friends and my family members. They've posted my address and my phone number online. They've posted my mom's address online. They looked up my company information and posted that information online. I mean, they even did things. They reached out to the IRS, which I was like, okay, calm down. Like, and I never understood why. I never understood like why they were doing this. And I think after all this time, I can say that it's because of the rejection. And I think this is something that women deal with a lot in their lives when they reject a man and they say, sorry, no. There's some sort of retaliation, and it's really, really sick, and it's really sad. But I have never pretended to be single. I've said from the very beginning of this channel that I was married. I'm happily married. And yet somehow that wasn't enough. And because these men couldn't have me, which is weird. It sounds really conceited and like self-obsessed to say that, but because for some reason they felt like they deserved to have me and couldn't, they were going to ruin my life. And they've spent, I would say, the last 2 to 3 years just ruining me. I went through phases where I would be like, oh, fuck them, I can power through this, blah, blah, blah. And I would put up a video every single day, and then every single day wake up just absolutely sick about what comments I was going to see on these videos. And so then it would lead to me not uploading for a month or two because I just couldn't face it. I couldn't deal with it. They had beaten me down so much. I couldn't take anymore. And it's so unfair, which is like the weakest word ever. It's unfair. I think that it's unfair that somebody is able to go after somebody when I've done nothing wrong. It's not like I murdered somebody. I didn't exploit somebody. Like, literally, it's just me. This is me on this camera, and that's it. And yet they went after me so fucking hard. And it's cost me thousands and thousands of dollars in legal fees trying to get these people to leave me alone, and having to send letters to the IRS explaining what's happening, and then going into my actual normal business that my husband and I do, where we actually work with a government agency trying to get some projects through that we're working on. And when they Googled me, guess what showed up? An OnlyFans account. Wasn't mine, it's somebody else's, but because they had done some sort of post saying that that was my OnlyFans and put the shaving video in that post, it all linked to me. And I don't have an OnlyFans. I don't care if somebody else does. You do you, boo. But I don't have one. And it just, I feel exhausted. I feel, on the one hand, I feel vindicated because I've had a judge say, enough. No more. You can't contact her. You can't watch her videos. You can't message her friends and family on Instagram. I've had that, and I feel so grateful, but I also have had to pay a heavy price to get that. Not just monetarily, but having to collect all of the evidence and try to deal with YouTube over this, and I just feel exhausted. And so then when I upload videos and I'm trying to get my life back because it's been derailed because of these people, and to continue to see comments on my videos from the people that didn't take it too far but are still sexualizing a video that they shouldn't, I just feel tired. I don't know how else to say it. I wanted to come on here to try to explain what's happened and why. For those of you that have been with me, there's a handful of you that have been with me from the beginning. I know each and every one of your names. I know your stories. And I think that's what makes social media so special, is that I do know your stories. I know that you had a baby. I know that you became a grandmother. I know that you're still working towards your degree, but you're so close. You're a year away. And I love that. And I love that you guys know my story, but I don't know what to do anymore. My lawyer told me if his best advice would be to just delete my channel and start over. And that made me feel sick. Like, I've worked for 9 years on this channel. No, it's not at 1 million subscribers. No, I'm not making $50,000 a month, but that's never why I started this. That's never been the motivation for this. I just genuinely enjoyed the human connection. And I actually enjoy making these videos. I like sitting here talking to my camera like a fucking idiot. And I don't mind. I think it's fun. This is my idea of fun. Welcome to my boring life. This is my idea of fun. And I feel like it's been completely ruined. And so I've got my lawyer saying, you know what, just delete your channel and start over, which I'm like, I can't start over. I genuinely cannot start over. And so I decided to make this video to come to you guys, the people that I make these videos for, the people that have sent me the most amazing messages when I was going through pure fucking hell. I don't even know why I did my makeup for this video. I don't know what to do. Do I continue making videos? Do you guys want to see videos from me? Do you care what I have to say? I don't even know. So I'm asking you. I feel like now that I can be like, yes, I can make videos again. I want to do that, and that's what I've been trying to do. But at the same time, like I said, my engagement is so low that, you know, what is it, like half of 1% of my subscribers are even being shown that I uploaded a video. So is it worth it? but it's so funny because I got to thinking, like, okay, if I stop making videos for YouTube tomorrow, never make another one again, what do I do with my life? It's been 9 years. What exactly do I do with my life? I don't know. Because this is what I do in my free time. So basically that's where we're at. I just wanted to ask you guys, do you want to still hear from me? And I also, before I wrap this up, this really long video, I want to say sorry because I've seen that some of you guys have seen the comments. You've gotten replies to your own comments from these people. I try to be really on the ball and remove them. And what I've done moving over these past few months is every single video I upload, I put it on held for review. And so when you comment, I still see it and I'll still publish it and I will reply to it. But I had to do that in order to avoid any other comments crossing over. But for now, until I figure out what I'm going to do, I'm just going to continue to upload. I will have all comments going forward on held for review. I just thought I would put this out to you guys and ask you guys because I feel like we're family. I feel like we're all in this community together, and I'm hoping we can still have this, but I just thought I would ask you guys what you would prefer. So leave me a comment down below letting me know, do you even want videos from me anymore? Do you want me to continue uploading? And if not, that's okay. I understand. And if I spoke for far too long and the video camera cut off, what I was saying is if you don't want content from me anymore, you can say so. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm okay. I just don't want to just like stop and you guys be like, oh, what happened to Katie and the 25 days of Christmas and her Bath and Body Works hauls and all of that, because I enjoyed doing that. So it's okay if you say, you know what, I've grown out of this, I don't watch YouTube anymore, I have no interest in watching you. That's okay. If you still have interest in watching me, and I'm not making content that you enjoy, let me know what it is that you're looking for, and if it's something I'm into too, I will happily make content about it. But yeah, I just thought it was important that I let you guys know what's been going on, why I've been so inconsistent over these last couple of years. I think that I've been through a lot just in my private life, not including this like harassment stalking thing. And then when you factor in the harassment stalking thing, I think it makes it even more that I'm like trying to put up with. And it just, in a way, it feels so good to like not have that weighing on me anymore. And before I wasn't allowed to talk about it because I was trying to get like follow the legal course and all of that. And now that I finally can, I just feel like a burden's been lifted. So anyways, that's where I'm at. And yeah, I have thoroughly enjoyed making videos for you guys over the last 9 years. I have loved every single connection I've made with you guys, and I hope you all are well. I'm going to stop boring you and let you guys go about your life. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, so it's future Katie. I was editing this video and it makes me come off a bit emotionally unstable, and like I want to quit YouTube, or I should quit YouTube for my mental health or something. I wanted to address that because I want to upload this video because I think it's important, but I also want you guys to understand that I'm okay. This was something that it took a lot up of my life and I felt almost like it was ruining my life, but I'm now at a point where I feel free. And so because of that, I wanted to make this video, but I ended up getting, the first time I filmed it, I was so freaking angry. I was like screaming. I was like, and you came into my life, you know what I mean? And then this second time I filmed it, I'm like so over emotional. And after watching it back, I'm like, but at the same time, I liked what I said. So I'm gonna upload it and I'm going to put it out there so that you guys can understand what was going on, but I also want you guys to understand that I want to continue with YouTube. I want to continue making videos. I was more or less trying to find guidance from you guys as to what it is that you're looking for from me if you're still interested in watching me. And then also I wanted to mention the comments held on review. It's just something I have to do. Like, at the end of the day, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. So yes, comments will be continued to be held on review for a while. Hopefully we'll reach a point where we don't need that anymore, but we'll see. I tried to come up with like every single word I could think of to block, but these guys, I tell you, they find some way of ruining it for everyone. So yeah, it does help me, however, if you do comment, because it tells the algorithm that you liked my video, or at least my video is engaging. So when you guys come across my videos, when you watch them, it really does help if you comment, like, all of that good stuff. And one of the things that I'm trying to work towards is getting my channel more active, getting the algorithm working for me again, in the hopes that for the 25 days of Christmas, I can get it sponsored. When I talk about it being sponsored, I mean in the sense that a brand donates items for the giveaway, not pays me. I would never, ever, ever ask a brand to pay me to participate in the 25 days of Christmas, ever. This is solely about giving back to you guys and trying to get the best products possible to do that giveaway with. And my current ad revenue here on YouTube would not even pay an entire year's worth of ad revenue right now in 2020, would not pay for even a third of the products in the 25 days of Christmas. So that's why I'm hoping we can get this channel going again. I can make content you guys want to see, all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna leave it there. Sorry that I came across so overly emotional, but let me know what kind of content you guys want to see, because I am in it for the long haul. I've been doing this since 2011. I have no interest in stopping. And yeah, so yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.